so number 3, astronauts have noticed that the number of visible sunspots varies from a minimum of 10 to a maximum of 110, hence the 10 here and the 110 there. They specifically say it follows a sinusoidal pattern, which means that we have our pretty cosine or sine curves. Then it says that it's repeating every 11 years, which means they just told you the period. The period is 11 years, okay? And then it says if the last maximum occurred in 2003, so here's 2003 maximum, okay? Write a cosine function which models the phenomenon in terms of time t. So if the last maximum was at 2003, remember a period means maximum to maximum or minimum to minimum. So if I have a maximum, I know that the next maximum has to be 11 years later. So that's where the 2014 comes. For this one, they only asked me for a cosine curve. I already have 2 maximums. So it's a waste of time to even figure this out, and it ends up being like half of a year. So I would not suggest doing that, okay? So if I set this up, 2 pi over b equals 11, and I cross multiply, I'm going to get 11b equals 2 pi, and then divide by 11. So my b is equal to 2 pi over 11, okay? In between 10 and 110, I found that it was 60, which means that there is a distance here of 50 between the 60 and the 110. So that's 50. C we're going to pick, and then my D is going to be my midline, which we found was the middle, or 60. Okay, so for my cosine curve, we get to go ahead and just use these years. Don't make it more complicated than you need to, okay? When it's easy, make it easy. So we're going to say, we're going to use this point right here, this maximum, so that's going to be a positive cosine, because cosines are always maximums or minimums, and when it's a maximum, it has to be positive. So y equals 50 cosine of 2 pi over 11, okay? And then inside here we would have t minus 2003, and then plus my d, which is 60. You could do this exact same thing with this maximum right here. Everything would be the same. It'd still be a positive cosine because it's a maximum, and it would say 2014. Like I said, since they only asked you for one, why waste your time trying to figure out what that is? Not that it's hard to figure it out, but you don't need to. Okay, so that would be your answer for that one.